A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 601st edition of TSR Live, the number one red pill podcast in the manosphere. We are presented, as always, by Gorilla Mind Rush, the number one non-habit-forming energy and focus supplement on the planet. Be super productive and laser-focused for hours with zero crash and zero jitters. Support your productivity and the show by going to donovansharpe.com/Gorilla Mind Rush to get your hands, there we go, on a few bottles. The link, as always, is in the description. I'm also putting it in the chat, or I guess not. I guess I've got to work on that. We are streaming live in crystal clear HD 1080p to Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, VK, and OK.ru. So however you are watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Wow. All right. It is Monday, May 4th, 2020. It is good to have you guys in today. I'm actually glad we are still under quarantine because today is the day that Star Wars nerds like to say, "May the 4th be with you," to everyone in sight, which makes me want to punch all of them right in the kidney to shut them up. So it's good that I'm not out and about today. It's good that we are still under quarantine. By the way, my Womanese course was absolutely a huge success. The launch far exceeded my expectations, and I want to personally thank each and every one of you guys who purchased the course. Thank you for supporting me and my work. I'm already working on Volume 2, which will be released later this summer. And anyone who purchased Volume 1 will get a substantial discount on Volume number 2. Volume 2 is going to be much longer. It's going to encompass a lot more nuance. There's going to be much more information, so you're going to get even more value. And if you supported me with Volume 1, I'm going to reward you guys handsomely with a nice discount on Volume 2. So stay tuned for those details in the coming weeks and months. Love is Blind number 26 is going to be right after today's show, and it is for patrons only. So if you guys want to catch the live, or if you guys want to catch the show live, or if you want to catch the replay, go to patreon.com/DonovanSharpe today and sign up, because, guys, these are solid gold. I mean, Red Pill Truths being confirmed at every corner. And for those of you who are wondering why I don't just do the Love is Blind breakdowns here on YouTube, is because YouTube made it fairly clear to me that they were not going to allow me to stream those particular episodes on YouTube. The first episode was blocked worldwide. The second episode was taken down while I was on the air. I think we're at like 1,950, 1,970 live viewers. They completely took me off the air. And then the third episode was taken down. The third episode was actually taken down 3.5 minutes in. I hadn't even started talking yet. The countdown timer was on the screen, and they decided to just 86 it right then and there. And from then on, I've had to stream all of my Love is Blind breakdowns to Sharpe Stream. So again, if you want access to all 25 of the Love is Blind breakdowns and be a part of number 26 today and the rest of this week, patreon.com/DonovanSharpe is where you need to go. There is a chat feature on Sharpe Stream. And guys, I got to tell you, man, it is a blast to interact with the guys while we watch these train wreck dating TV shows. Okay, let's pause quickly for station identification, and then we will get right into today's topic. We're back in less than 60. You're watching TSR Live with Donovan Sharpe. Tune in weekday afternoons at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Get access to content not found anywhere else on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Past shows, the archive, Sharpe Shorts, and Ask Donovan Q&A. Get exclusive access to my own platform, Sharpe Stream, where I break down shows like Love is Blind, 90 Day Fiancé, The Bachelorette, and much more. Get huge discounts on all of my courses like How to Master the Game, How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up, and Womanese 101. You can also get your hands on the videos and podcast episodes banned on SoundCloud, Vimeo, and YouTube. Get access to an ocean of content found only on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. The link is in the description. Okay, guys, thanks for sticking around. Again, I have to do this station identification thing so that I can switch up on my my sound mixers. I got a nice new sound mixer, got the nice new Rode Caster Pro, and for whatever reason, it tends to distort the music. And so I actually sent in a couple of music samples to Rode, and they are taking a listen, and hopefully they will advise myself. They'll advise me what to do to go ahead and straighten that out. So until that happens, I want to be able to give you guys the best of my ability. So if I got to jump through a few hoops here and there, I certainly don't have a problem with that. Okay, let's get right to it. So today's topic, if I can find the button, where is today's topic? Hang on a second. Oh shit, there it is. Excellent. What the hell, man? All right, well, hang on one second, guys. Hang on one second. There we go. Okay, so this is what I forgot to do. I forgot to, see, again, guys, I'm still getting the hang of the studio. So, again, just bear with me here. Bear with me. Let me move this up. There we go. Now I'm going to take and shrink this. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. So now you guys can see both myself and the show. So let's start that over again. Let's get right to it. So today's topic, I forgot who today's topic was submitted by. So if I forget to give you credit, please, I mean, go fuck yourself. That's all there is to it. The reason I say that is because some idiot by the name of Michael, I don't even know what his last name is. His name is Michael. He's a patron of mine. I actually did a video on this right when it happened. He sent me this long and drawn-out email about how he was questioning my red pill awareness because I had not given him credit for a topic that he had submitted. So he said, I was going to buy this and I was going to support that and blah, 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 blah. But now that you haven't given me credit for this particular show topic, I'm not going to buy any of that stuff. I'm not going to support clowns like you, etc., etc. And I thought it was B. Scott. That's who I originally thought it was. And so when Heather sent me his email, I said, I know who this is. I'm going to deal with it. And so I thought it was B. Scott. Well, he sends me a message on Patreon. He's actually a patron of mine. And he says, hey, man, I'm not B. Scott. And I said, all right, no problem. That's totally cool. At that point, I think I probably had 100 different things going on in my mind. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I don't have time to fuck with this dude anymore. Whatever. It is what it is. Well, I actually read the email again the other day, and I told Heather, I actually told Dev, I said, listen, get this fucker out of here. This guy was being a fucking crybaby, and then he's emailing me, oh, I'm not going to support you anymore, and I'm going to tell all my friends. Listen, Michael, if you're watching, dude, go fuck yourself, my friend. Fuck you. Fuck you and everyone like you. Niggas like you are not the kind of niggas I need around my brand. As soon as you get in your feelings about some credit that you thought you should have got, but then a nigga like me calls you out, then all of a sudden you want to get mad, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Fuck you. And I heard that you were actually going to hire some lawyers like you tried to scare me. Bring it on. Bring it on. Hire your fucking lawyers. He said some bullshit about, well, your shoot first, ask questions later will lead to your undoing. Really? It's going to lead to my undoing by you? I cannot stand the single mother raised, bitch made, hating ass niggas. So Michael, you know who the fuck you are. Fuck you. I don't want to see you around here again. Shoot me another email. Keep up with the threats. So I just wanted to go ahead and get that off. But yeah, fuck you, Mike. Fuck you. He knows who I'm talking about too. So hopefully he's watching. He's watching. Yeah, Matt Vasquez hits it right on the head. Says Donovan has troll PTSD. Yes. Guys, I have major troll PTSD. That's the reason why I shoot first, ask questions later. Anytime anything sounds remotely like they're trolling, I'm just like, dude, I just lose my mind. This is my 601st episode. I've heard it from everybody all the time. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not going to be the guy, and I hate to go off on a tangent, but I'm not going to be the guy. Like, guys are always like, Donovan, they're just haters. Don't pay attention to them. Dude, easy for you to say when you're not getting emails and messages all goddamn day. I had one guy told me, dude, just leave it the fuck alone. I was like, fuck you. And then I called him some choice names. He's like, well, I'll see myself out. And he blocked me. Fuck these guys. And dude, and fuck you guys who are all like, well, you need to rise above it. You want to know something? How about you be on this side of the camera and you catch all the hate and the heat that I catch? See how much of that you can ignore. 99.9% of hate, I completely ignore. But guys, I'm telling you, I get it all day, every day. And when a bitch-made, player-hating ass nigga raised by a single-ass mom tries to get in with me, that's where I draw the line. I drew the line with him. I drew the line with motherfucking B. Scott and that bitch-ass nigga Ralph Hayes. Can't stand that nigga. Can't stand niggas like that. Can't stand you niggas. And you niggas who think that you guys are going to put it all. Listen, I don't even check the comments. I don't even fuck with y'all like that anymore. So again, Michael, fuck you, man. Double middle fucking fingers. Dude, I want you to come after me. Just so you can prove to yourself that you're not going to. Niggas like this like to talk all this shit to try to scare me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Nigga, you can't do shit to me. Nigga, I'm not even going to be on YouTube for that much longer. Don't want to be foreshadowing here. I certainly shouldn't have said that. Those are going to be some future plans, but you guys get the point. At any rate, today's topic may have been submitted by Michael, but if it was and I forget to give you credit, my bad. Not going to allow you to cry over spilled milk. So the article was actually written on the Philadelphia Inquirer. It was written on the PhiladelphiaInquirer.com. And the title of the article is Suddenly Too Old for Men My Age, and it was written by a Francesca Saratella. This was actually posted a couple years ago, June 6th, so it's about a year and a half ago. And it's about a woman who has suddenly discovered that she is too old for most men her age. So let's go ahead and get right into this. And by the way, this is not her. You can see right there on the bottom, it says iStock photo. She says at 32, I didn't think I was old enough for my age to be a sensitive topic. This girl is clearly not 32. It's funny how when women write these articles, they're always just a little bit dishonest and a little bit disingenuous about what they look like. If I knew what this Francesca Saratella looked like, I would probably begin to understand why she is still single. This girl right here, if she were 32, would not be single. She would be entertaining many, many offers. This girl is probably 22. So again, the disingenuous, putting a hot young female, redhead, catching eyeballs, all that, whatever. And so I countered that by putting a woman in her 40s, probably early 50s on today's thumbnail. So there you go. There's a big fuck you to Francesca Saratella. So the article starts, quote, at 32, I didn't think I was old enough for my age to be a sensitive topic, but apparently it's the tipping point. This is the first year that men my age have begun to think I'm too old for them. Let me stop right there. So she's 32 years old, and when she talks about men that are her age, she's probably talking about men in their 30s. A funny thing happens to men in their 30s who actually start to wake up, and this is even, and most men are not even red pill aware. No, this is just common fucking sense. Men in their 30s decide they don't really want to date too many women in their 30s. If you're a woman in her 30s and you want access to high-value men, you've got to be exquisite. Like, dude, you have to be in fantastic shape. You got to be able to cook. You got to be able to clean. You have to be submissive. You have to be obedient. You have to do as you're told. You have to be you've got to be good company. You can't just show up and put your vagina on the platter and just hope that these men commit to you. It does not work that way anymore. You are 32, sweetheart. You are no longer 32, or you are no longer 22. So what this woman says right here in the first paragraph, she tells us two things. The first thing is that she's used to just putting her vagina on a silver platter and men just giving her commitment just because she's a woman. The second thing, this shows that men might actually be starting to wake up. Like, men in their 30s, red pill aware or not, are starting to sort of say, you know what? All right, I'm 35, 36 years old, but most 35, 36-year-old women aren't really worth pursuing. Like, they're really not worth it. Why would I date a 37-year-old woman when I can date a 24-year-old woman? And so men are starting to wake up and understand that their value starts to increase. Their value starts to appreciate once they hit 30. Simultaneously, they're understanding that women in their 30s, their value is now depreciating. You see, when women are in their 20s, they have all the options in the world. Men want to take them out. They want to take them on dates. They want to commit to them. They want to marry them. They want to fuck them. They want to show them off to their friends. They get all this attention and love. But then when they hit the wall, now all of a sudden, yeah, you get the occasional whatever guy who decides to maybe date her for a little while. But men of value are not getting into relationships of consequence with women in their 30s unless she is an exquisite specimen who is submissive, obedient, abides by gender rules, etc., etc. So this first paragraph shows us that Francesca here is starting to understand that these men are understanding what their value is, and they're just not interested in women like her outside of a one-night stand. The rise of dating apps, she continues, with their made-to-measure filter for every human stat, has turned romance into a numbers game. If only, she says, our hearts were better at math. I can't figure out what age I should be dating for the equation to work out. I can think of the age where the dating equation would work out. How about locking someone down when you're 23? This woman is 32 years old. I can guarantee, like every other 20-something-year-old, she sport-fucked her way through her 20s. And now that she's in her 30s, she's ready to settle down. And she is finding that the men who used to want to fuck her at 22 only want to fuck her at 32. See, again, women fuck everybody in their 20s, and they get all sorts of commitments. God, listen, men of all ages, when they date women in their 20s, dude, they want to marry these girls. They want to date them. They want to take them places. When they're in their 30s, yeah, I'll fuck you for a little while, but outside of that, yeah, I'm looking for somebody a little bit younger. And unfortunately, most men are not really ballsy enough to tell women, hey, listen, bitch, like, you're too old for me. But they put them off, and you get the idea. They put them off and put them off, and at some point, the woman says, okay, like, that's the third guy who has not taken things to the next level with me in the last 4 months. What's wrong with me? Well, she knows what's wrong with her, but she's not willing to admit it to herself. She doesn't want to say, maybe I'm too old. Now, Francesca Saratella seems to be just going right at it. She now knows at 32, which is relatively young for someone to realize that she is not the preferred choice for men her age. She's actually discovering this quite early, which kind of makes me think she might not be 32. I can't imagine women understanding this at 32. This epiphany doesn't usually happen until they're 37, 38. But I digress. She continues, this isn't a biological imperative, she says. The men I've met who seek out much younger women are trying to put off procreation or any activity that demands responsibility for as long as possible. Oh, this bitch is full of shit. This isn't a biological imperative? In what universe are older men wanting younger women not a biological imperative? Ain't nobody trying to have babies with a 38-year-old woman, sweetheart. This is how babies are born with autism. When women hit their 30s, their eggs start to shrivel up. Women in their 30s give birth to much less healthy babies than women in their 20s. My mom had me when she was 18 years old. That's why I'm a big, strong, strapping, healthy guy. I have no issues. I have zero issues. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have any heart issues. I have no family history of anything. I am as healthy as they come. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. All of us, 100% healthy. We're all big, strong people. Good, strong genetics. My mother had 5 children between the age of 18 and 22. That's a lot of, wait a minute, 18 and 23. So she was and yes, there were twins in there. So she was very young when she had her kids. That's part of the reason why we're all healthy and strong. Men know and understand this. Men know that if they put a baby in a 39-year-old, baby's going to have problems. They're going to have allergies. They're going to have asthma. Maybe they have autism. Maybe they have some sort of a learning disability. Maybe they have ADHD. You just never know. This is a biological imperative. And a man doesn't say to himself consciously, you know what? I want to procreate with a younger woman so that I can have a healthy baby. No, this is on a subconscious level. His subconscious is telling him, hey, go after younger women because they're more fertile and they give birth to healthier babies. But that manifests itself in boners for younger women. That's how that works. This is 100% a biological imperative. And then she wants to blame it on men. What she's doing here is essentially saying, hey, this is just Peter Pan syndrome. The men that I've met who seek out much younger women are trying to put off procreation or any activity that demands responsibility for as long as possible. Correction. The men you've met who seek out much younger women are trying to put off procreation with women like you. Dude, if a 34-year-old man meets a 19-year-old girl who wants to have kids, guess what? He ain't putting off procreation. Oh no, he's trying to start that family ASAP. He's trying to start that family as soon as possible. For this woman to write this in a column, this isn't a biological imperative, and the men I've met who seek out much younger women are trying to put off procreation or any activity that demands responsibility for as long as possible. Bitch, please, get the fuck out of here. So basically what she's trying to say is that older men are just trying to put off responsibility just because they're just immature. No, I don't think so. No. Those are your feelings talking, baby girl. You can't admit the fact that you're too old to have kids with. So instead of looking in the mirror and saying, maybe I'm just too fucking old for men to want to procreate with, maybe that's why they don't want to procreate with me. No, instead, they're trying to avoid responsibility for as long as possible. And even if they were, who could blame them? Having kids with an American woman, guys, dude, that is an exercise in futility at worst, or at best, financial suicide at the very worst. Having kids with American women is a bad bet. It has nothing to do with putting off any activity that demands responsibility. No, these dudes are smart. These dudes are smart. Not only are they not going to put a baby in an American woman, they ain't trying to put a baby in a 32-year-old American woman. Fuck that noise. That is absolutely Mother Nature talking. Before the apps, she continues, age was mismatched by accident. I was 23 when I started dating a lawyer I'd met at the bar. I sensed he was older, but I didn't feel it polite to ask a few dates in when he mentioned his forthcoming birthday. You don't know? He groaned, 35. I hid my surprise. It sounded so old then. Now, she says, it sounds perfect. I told myself the 12-year gap didn't matter since we'd hit it off without knowing. But I wonder if he liked me because I was mature for my age or because I wasn't. I was impressed by him, but I would be so impressed if I were, but would I be so impressed if I were his age? This is so funny. This woman once again is trying to deny the fact that age was a factor in her choices. So she wants to say, well, I wondered if he liked me because I was mature for my age or because I wasn't. He liked you because you were 23, sweetheart. You were 23. That's why he liked you. You were young and hot. You were young, hot, and innocent-ish. Like, dude, listen, girls in their early 20s, they're hoes just like everybody else. But they're not as jaded. They still have that twinkle in their eye. They still have a little bit of life left. They don't quite have that thousand cock stare yet. You can still see their soul in their eyes. You can still see their youthful vibrance, their exuberance, their zest for life. Big difference when you're talking about a 34, 35-year-old whose eyes look very soulless. Of course he liked you because of your age. Didn't have anything to do with your maturity or lack thereof. You were 23 and hot. Any 35-year-old red-blooded American male is going to like a 23-year-old hot girl. That's just all there is to it. And it's interesting. She says, I was impressed by him, but would I be so impressed if I were his age? The answer would be no. And the reason why the answer would be no is because the older women get, the more they require. But interestingly enough, the older women get, the less they bring to the table. So the older they get, the less they bring to the table, but the higher their standards get. The fact that she's asking if she would be as impressed with him if they were the same age already tells us that the answer would probably be no. So she's already telling us what her true nature is. She said it herself. Listen, I was 23, he was 35. It was the 12-year age gap was a big deal then. Not really so much now that I'm thinking about it. This woman knows damn well what's happening. She knows damn well what's happening. She continues. Plus, he complained about his emotionally unstable ex he used to live with. And even at 23, the Jane Eyre vibes were too much for me. I'd recently been an English major. I broke up with him shortly after. So let me get this straight. See, this is why this girl is single. How many 35-year-old lawyer types, how many high-value men did she break up with because he gave off a Jane Eyre vibe? Let me go back up. They hit it off at this bar. They obviously, again, she says, it sounded so old then, now it's perfect. The 12-year age gap clearly didn't matter, but because he complained about his emotionally unstable ex and he gave off a Jane Eyre vibe, like, bitch, dude, at 23 years old, you can't spell Jane Eyre. It is beyond me why these old road-worn hoes try to act like they were these scholarly these scholarly intellectuals in their early 20s. Bitch, you were 23. You didn't read no books, sweetie. You didn't have time. You're too busy taking dick and breaking up with 35-year-old lawyers. Now at 32, that same 35-year-old lawyer, he wants nothing to do with you. And now you want to call him Peter Pan. Well, clearly, they don't want me anymore because they're just irresponsible. Get the fuck out of here with that. Let's continue. Oh, pardon me. Broke up. Okay, the problem is, she continues, women are too old for men their age as soon as we become interested in them. When I was 16, I was definitely too old, emotionally speaking, for my 16-year-old boyfriend. Guys, this is a kernel of truth. Let's take this from the top. She said, the problem is, women are too old for men their age as soon as we become interested in them. What she is saying here is by the time a woman is ready to settle down, which is almost always in her 30s, they have aged out. At 32, 33 years old, by the time women finally figure out, wait a minute, my time is running out, I gotta lock down a guy. Now all of a sudden they figure out that they are too old for men as soon as they become interested in them seriously. When she was 22, she was interested in men, just didn't really take it seriously because she wanted to get it out of her system. She wanted to live life to the fullest and YOLO and all that stuff. She fucked 674 guys. Now at 32 years old, okay, all right, I'm ready to settle down. Wait, that 35-year-old lawyer that I broke up with because he gave off the Jane Eyre vibe no longer wants to be with me? Fuck that guy. Peter Pan, you're afraid of commitment. You want to be irresponsible. You're putting off procreation. No, You are too fucking old. That's the bottom line. You can't, listen, Francesca, you can't admit it to yourself. You can't say it because you have to sleep at night, but that's what it is. No matter how many times you slice it, you are too old. And any woman in her 30s watching this, you guys know this is true too. So miss me with the bullshit. Here's the second thing. She says, when I was 16, I was definitely too old, emotionally speaking, for my 16-year-old boyfriend. Guys, I say this all the time. Women are so far ahead of the game for so long, they lap us by the time we're 15 years old. You have two 16-year-olds dating, a boy and a girl. Advantage, 16-year-old girl. You have a 20-year-old girl, 20-year-old guy. Advantage, 20-year-old girl. And when I say advantage, that means knowing the game, understanding how the game is played, being able to manipulate the other person, having a mental advantage. Girls mature faster than boys. Dude, boys, we take forever to mature. 25-year-old guy, 25-year-old girl, advantage 25-year-old girl. 28-year-old guy, 28-year-old girl, advantage 28-year-old girl, but now the gap is starting to lessen. The gap is starting to close. 30-year-old guy, 30-year-old girl, 30-year-old girl still kind of has a slight advantage, but not by much. 35-year-old man, 35-year-old woman, oh yeah, advantage 35-year-old man. 32-year-old man, 32-year-old woman, advantage 32-year-old man. Francesca just told us, listen, man, when I was 16, 22, 23 years old, the boys that were my age just didn't really do it for me. This is why she fell for a lawyer who was 12 years her senior at 23 years old. Because 23-year-old, dude, when I was 23, I didn't know shit. I didn't know anything. I was a knucklehead. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. All I was doing was fucking. That's all I was in it for. 23-year-old girls, they're thinking 2 and 3 steps ahead. They already know what they're going to do before they do it. Francesca went through the same thing. She was way too old emotionally for her 16-year-old boyfriend. Guys, that's real. That's the truth. Then she says, this only marginally improved through my 20s. So again, at 21, 22, 23, she's dating guys her age. They're still a little bit less mature than she is. They still don't really know as much as she does, but the gap, again, is starting to close, right? By the time she gets to 28, 29 years old, guys now are able to sort of keep up with her, although she still has that slight advantage. Then she says, I was hoping my 30s would be when men and women were finally in sync. I must have blinked and missed it. Now, she says, I'm 32 and too old for 40-year-old men. There it is, guys. She says, I must have blinked and missed it. No, sweetheart. You didn't. Dude, your eyes were wide open the entire time. What you should have done, this woman is coming to the realization, how many times is this woman now at 32? Think about that 35-year-old lawyer that she dated back when she was 23. So now 9 years later, at 32 years old, that lawyer is 43. That lawyer is now 43 years old. I can promise you, he's up to his eyeballs in 22-year-old pussy. I promise you. If she had gotten her hooks in that guy right there, instead of dumping him for his Jane Eyre vibe, she wouldn't be wondering why she's still single. She wasn't too old for 35-year-old men. Now she's too old even for 40-year-old men. Like the 40-year-old I met on Bumble, she continues. His profile said he was 38, but he told me his true age in person, assuring me the discrepancy was because having your real birthday online puts you at risk for identity theft. The only identity theft I saw was him stealing the identity of a man born in the 80s. I didn't mind, she says, until he let slip that I was at the upper end of his age range. So you see that? This is how desperate she is, guys. So the guy lies about his age and gives a lame excuse. All right, no problem. I'm sorry, if she were 23 years old and some guy had lied about his age, dude, she'd have dumped him. He'd have been out the door quicker than he could say his name. But now that you're 32, 33, 34 years old, okay, I'll let that slide. She's trying to make us think she let it slide because she's just more mature. No, sweetie, you're letting that slide because you are desperate. You now clearly understand that you are way in over your skis. Listen to this shit. Then he says, like I said, until he let slip that I was the upper of his age range. Look how incredulous she is, the explanation point. He then tried to explain, she says, why he didn't date women in their 30s, but how I was different. It went about as well as you're imagining. To dig himself out of the hole, he ended with, quote, you look a lot younger. I'm a lot younger than you, she says to the guy. It felt newly self-conscious of myself and skeptical of him. Was it about me or a woman a few years older that he fears will be too much? What hard-earned wisdom is he hoping I don't know? Oh my God. This woman is so delusional. She asks herself, was it about me or a woman a few years older that he fears will be too much? This is so funny. I love it when these old bitches talk about, well, you can't handle an older woman. The reason why you don't want an older woman is because you want to control her. You want to keep her down. Older women aren't stupid like those dumb little 19, 20-year-olds. It's not about us thinking that an older woman is going to... Listen, I can handle an older woman. Absolutely. Just like I can handle a black woman. But just because I can handle a bratty kid doesn't mean I want to. A man should never have to handle a woman. Younger women are simply easier to deal with than older American women. And that's a fact. This woman knows this. This is why she asked the disingenuous question, or a woman a few years older that he fears will be too much. So once again, she is blaming the man for her age. Well, the reason he doesn't want to date me is because he thinks I'll be too much because I'm older. This is not a biological imperative. This woman is so delusional, it's ridiculous. I told this story to some friends. Yeah, this is what women always do. Well, when women get sort of a reality check, especially from a guy who says, hey, listen, bitch, like you're just too old. When the writing is on the wall, They go and they tell their friends to get that validation. That guy's crazy, right? I told this story to some friends, and one of my dearest guy friends confessed he has his Bumble age settings capped at 27, 5 years younger than he is. So no judgment, she said, but why? What is it about a girl your age that's too old for you? Nothing, he replies, but I just got out of a relationship. I can't deal with real feelings right now. Then she says, but 27-year-olds have real feelings. Women of all ages do. So do men. Guys, her guy friend lied to her. The reason he has his age capped out at 27, because women, American women who are 27 and older, are insufferable. Ain't nobody trying to deal with a fucking 28-year-old who thinks her shit don't stink. Fuck that. This is one of the many reasons why older men date younger women. Because old women are fucking bitches. These fucking 28, 29, 32, 38-year-old women out here talk about, well, I'm young and hot, bitch. You're 38. You're not young. That's why he has his age capped out at 27. But he didn't want to hurt his feelings. He didn't want to hurt his friend's feelings. So he said, well, just got out of a relationship and I can't deal with real feelings. No. He was being nice. The reason why he has his age capped out at 27 is because he likes younger women. He doesn't date older women. And that's all there is to it. Still, here he goes. Here she goes. Here, more delusion. Still, she says, I knew what he meant. He wasn't ready for a serious match, and that's okay. It's so funny how she lies to herself. That was absolutely a 100% bullshit reason that he gave her. Well, the reason I capped my age out at 27 is because I'm not really ready for real feelings right now. Not really ready for that. And she's pretending like she believes him. Well, he's just not ready for a serious match, which further perpetuates her narrative that older men just aren't taking relationships seriously. No, older men do take relationships seriously, just not with older women. We've all been there, she says, but men and women should feel able to discuss expectations up front instead of trying to assume things based entirely on age. Oh, wow. So now what's happening is she is trying to negotiate attraction. Well, listen, I'm 38 years old, but I'm well-traveled. I'm far into my career. I make my own money. I know how to cook and clean, although I don't really want to. I have experience. I'm well-seasoned. I'm this and that and the other. So you should be attracted to me. No, I shouldn't. Listen, again, ain't nobody trying to wife up or put babies in a 38-year-old well-traveled woman. No, that's not what we want. We want the 19, 20-year-old girls who aren't jaded by the fucking world. We want and need that innocence. Discussing expectations up front instead of trying to assume things based entirely on age means I'm trying to negotiate your desire. I'm 32 years old, and you're telling me that you don't date women over 27. Listen, let's sit down and discuss why these things are, put our expectations up front, and I think we'll come to a better understanding. Sweetheart, you can't negotiate with the boner. You just can't. You can't negotiate with that. Listen, you can tell men that, well, listen, you should love women at all sizes. Okay, that doesn't mean we do. Body positivity. Listen, I'm glad you feel great about your body. That does not oblige me to fuck you, sweetie. That's just kind of how it goes. Not that those discussions are easy, she says. The last guy I dated was 39, and I was excited about him. From the beginning, he was unafraid of delving into deep conversations. He spoke about himself with candor and insight and asked me personal questions. I felt challenged but intrigued. This is maturity, I thought. We'd been seeing each other for only a few months when he brought up that he wasn't certain he wanted to get married anytime soon. I reassured him that we didn't need to get ahead of ourselves. We could just enjoy getting to know each other. But Francesca, he said with his eyebrows tilted with concern, you don't have 2 years to lose. Woo-hoo-hoo! Burn! Excuse me, she says. I had to laugh. Don't worry, she says. I have plenty of time before my expiration date. But if you're asking permission to waste my time, I don't want you to waste my weekend. And I didn't let him. I broke up with him a day later. Oh my God. So what happened is Francesca was showing signs of wanting to be in a committed relationship, right? That's what happened. She wants us to think that he just brought up he didn't want to get married just out of the blue. Oh, no. Francesca was showing signs of wanting some sort of commitment and babies. That's why he said, listen, I don't know if I want to get married anytime soon. Why else would a man tell a woman out of the blue that he didn't want to get married anytime soon unless she was hinting towards the fact that she was ready to get married? Then, of course, he pulls her card and she says, oh, well, I have plenty of time before my expiration date. Bitch, no, you don't. Newsflash, Francesca, your expiration date is here. Listen, the milk is about to spoil, sweetheart. You are post-wall. You are 32. I think this woman is probably older than 32, but let's give her the benefit of the doubt. You are 32 years old. This dude told her straight up, sweetheart, listen, you don't really have 2 years to lose. That's why she broke up with him. This dude told her straight up. He said, wait a minute. Like, you have plenty of time before your expiration. No, sweetheart. No, your expiration date is here. Like, I'm not looking to get married. She says, let's get to know each other. Okay, that's all well and good, but baby girl, you ain't got much time. Oh, I can't believe it. And broke up with him a day later. You want to know why she broke up with him? Not because she didn't like him, but because he pulled her card. He kept it all the way real, and she ain't fucking like it. She now knew that she was never going to marry this guy. When this guy said that he didn't want to get married anytime soon, what he was telling her was, look, we're having fun, but you're 32 years old. I'm not entertaining thoughts of being in a serious relationship with you, much less getting married. Right? And she said, all right, well, we can listen, I'm not thinking about marriage when we know she is. We could just spend time getting to know each other. He said, sweetheart, you ain't got much time. She says, excuse me? I'll have you know that my expiration date is 10 years into the future. And he's like, sweetheart, you don't have much time. Like, what in the... So then she gets all bitchy. Well, if you're asking my permission to waste time, I don't want to waste your weekend. And broke up with him. That's what this is, guys. He hurt her feelings. She now knew that he saw her for what she really was and decided to pull the plug. That's all this was. So she broke up with him a day later. Then she says, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed. Not because I was gunning to marry the guy, but because I thought we had connected as humans, not numbers. Oh boy. Now she's trying to simplify age. No, age is a huge factor. Age is not just a number. Dude, women are the only bitches that say age ain't nothing but a number, right? 16-year-old fucking a 27-year-old. Well, age ain't nothing but a number. 16 years old, 16 years later, she's 32 years old. Oh my God, his girlfriend is 20? Pedophile. 16 years later at 48. Hey, hashtag cougar life. Age ain't nothing but a number. Oh no, baby girl. Age ain't nothing but a number until you age out. That's what happens. And this is exactly what happened to this woman. She aged out. She spent too much time fucking around. How many 35-year-old lawyers did she just kick to the curb because they got a Jane Eyre vibe? And this is so funny. Women in their 30s would have us believe that they have never met well, the reason I'm single at 36 years old is because there are just no good guys out there. Oh no, sweetie, you had your chances. Dude, at 21 years old, you broke up with the 38-year-old banker because he wanted to have kids. He was in a rush to have kids. At 23 years old, you broke up with the high-powered attorney on his way to his own practice because he gave off a Jane Eyre vibe. At 26 years old, you're dating an engineer, but you dumped him because, well, he really spends too much time outdoors, right? These women in their 30s had chance after chance after chance with good and decent men who were ready to give them good lives. But for reasons known only to them, they decided to just dismiss these guys for the stupidest of reasons. And now that you're 32, 35, 38 years old, well, I'm not the problem. It's not the age. This isn't a biological imperative. These guys are just immature. They're looking to put off responsibilities for as long as possible. They don't see me as a person. They see me as a number. Yes, baby girl, you are a number. Men of value, we don't see women as people. That's right. I'm going to say it. We objectify women. When we look at a woman, we don't see a human being. We think, okay, do I want to fuck her? And how long can I fuck her? That's how this is. Oh my God, that's inhuman. Yeah, it's called being a man, bitch. Dude, fuck what you heard. The reason men deal with you bitches is because we want to fuck you. And there's no other reason. Don't get it twisted. Listen, ladies, don't fool yourself into thinking that we want to be with you because we enjoy your company. Don't fool yourself into thinking that we want to be with you because we enjoy the intellectually stimulating conversations. No. The reason we're with you is because you're attractive and we like fucking you. And as long as you're not a bitch, we'll stick around. But do not ever fool yourself into thinking that we aren't with you because of the way you look. That is all that matters. Your age and how you look. Men objectify women. Those are the best relationships. Devin's 36. Guys, she's on the wrong side of 30. And dude, as God is my fucking witness, dude, if she lets herself go downhill even a little bit, the fuck am I going to stay with a 37-year-old woman who is becoming increasingly less attractive when I'm 42 years old and on my way up? Oh, no. Oh, my God, Donovan, you objectify your girlfriend. You're goddamn right I do. Devin is a fucking number. Do I love her? Absolutely. But make no mistake about the fact that if she didn't look the way she looked, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I'd be knee deep in the fucking 23-year-old bitch who wanted to marry me in fucking Vegas. Fucking 19 years old. 19 years old, got fake boobs. Fucked her on and off for 2.5, 3 years. This bitch wanted to marry me. Wanted to have kids with me. Couldn't stand her. Long story. Right? But make no mistake about the fact, and guys, she was, oh my God. She was really, really headache. Like, if I had chosen her, it would be probably stab myself in the eyeball with an ice pick. Right? But the point is that women constantly fool themselves into thinking that we as men make our choices about women based on anything other than the way you look and what your age is. Don't give a shit about anything else unless you are young or you are hot or both. Don't get it fucking twisted. No, you cannot post a link, Clarence W. If you do, I'm going to ban you. She concludes, now this is funny. She says, not because I was gunning to marry the guy, but because I thought we had connected. See, right there. Well, listen, I was disappointed, not because I was gunning to marry the guy, but because I thought we had connected. No, that's exactly why she was disappointed, because she saw this was a guy she could marry. She's like, dude, this is it. I'm 32, he's 39. Now I'm a little disappointed because you connected. No, because you wanted to marry him. This is why he told you didn't want to get married, because you mentioned marriage. Women never, ever, ever tell you the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. She hinted at or brought up marriage. This is why he said, I'm not going to get married to you anytime soon. Like, don't get it twisted. That's all that was. Pardon me. I suppose, she says, I should take it as a compliment. He thought I was too young for feelings. Sweetheart, he didn't think you were too young for feelings. He thought you were too old. That's what this comes down to, sweetie. He thought you were too old. That's why he's not with you. He wanted to keep fucking you, but you wanted to take it further. And he's not trying to marry a fucking old maid. No, he's not here for it. Dude, he is absolutely, positively not here for that nonsense. Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. All right, let me open up my super chat window. And by the way, we are going to we're going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. The phone lines are open. 914-205-5356. 914-205-5356. If you want to get in on the conversation, 914-205-5356. If you have a question, a comment, statement, whatever the case may be, if you need advice, try to keep it short and sweet. Guys, I would really, really appreciate that, because the phone lines, they fill up rather quickly. I try to give you guys as much leeway as possible, but that's not always possible, just depending upon how things go. 914-205-5356. Again, 914-205-5356. I will get to the phone calls after I get to the to the super chats. Charles Reinhardt, good to see you in here. Haven't seen you in a little while. He was, I think he was one of the TSR OGs at one time. All right, let's see. Let me get my super chat window up. Page isn't available. What the fuck? Somebody super chatted. Somebody. Oh no! Hang on. Somebody super chatted me right at the beginning of the show. Somebody super chatted me right at the beginning of the show, and I lost. And it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. God damn it. Yeah, that's one of the limitations. Yeah, first world problems, right? Damn, I wanted to shout him out too, man. He purchased super chats. Come on, damn it. My friend, whoever super chatted right at the beginning of the show was a $10 super chat. I do appreciate the super chat. I apologize that I can't bring it up. It's just one of the things I can't control right now. I'll try to get back to him. 1,602 people watching, 1,600 people watching. Al with the $2 super chat says, imagine all the Michaels tuning in right now. Yeah, right? That dude fucking Mike. Talking about, yeah, if I hear your name, if I hear my name on the show, be prepared. Nigga, you ain't suing no goddamn body. Fuck you. Niggas broke as shit talking about he's going. Dude, it's so funny when broke niggas talk about lawyered up. Nigga, I got a lawyer. These niggas. Al with the $5 super chat says, people who have nothing going on in their lives hate them most. I'm too busy making money to hate on people. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I have never, ever felt the need to go to someone's channel and just talk shit. Like, I've never, like, dude, I don't have the time, nor am I interested in that. Dude, I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. I don't get it. Tunes with the $20 super chat. Says red pill forever. Appreciate that. Clarence W with the 10 Canadian dollars says, I wish I could hug my vasectomy money in the bank. Kids aren't an option these days. Listen, congratulations for getting a vasectomy. Do not advertise to women that you have a vasectomy. Women are not as sexually attracted to men who are shooting blanks. Women like to think that they're playing with fire. Women like dangerous sex. Ooh, I'm ovulating and I'm not on birth control. I might get pregnant. Call me crazy, but it's just some shit that women be on, man. That's just how it is. Oh, Dev says that she might have had it. It looks like NY Kia says, I found the red pill later than most. I'm in my 40s now. What the hell do I want a 35, 40-year-old woman when I'm now getting 25-year-old women that I couldn't get a decade ago? Exactly. There was one more. I think I can remember if it was one more. If you were the person who donated that super chat, I'll shout you out when YouTube makes that available to me again at some point. Appreciate that. Merciless 6, $5 super chat says, married my wife when she hit 26. I'm 40. She's 33 now. Are we just assuming there's probably somewhat a better chance of low mileage for women under 27? That's the thing, man. Like, as far like, and I had this conversation on the air with somebody on the show. It was Saturday. Dude, no matter what, all women have high body counts. Like, all of them do now. They all have high body counts. You are never going to get with a woman who hasn't fucked a lot of dudes. Maybe you get lucky and get with a woman who doesn't show signs of fucking a lot of dudes, right? Maybe she really did let go of her hoe tendencies. Even with Dev, like, it was hard to break her of her hoe tendencies. And 6 months in, I was about ready to quit. She kind of sensed it and straightened the fuck back up. But dude, hoe tendencies are hard to train out of a woman. Believe me. Lewis Hall with the $2 super chat says, that statement made this show LMFAO. I don't know which one he's talking about. JB84 says, I'm not trying to date my grandma. Yeah, right. Super Duded. $2 super chat says, what's a Jane Eyre vibe? I think Jane Eyre is a book that was written by one of the Bronte sisters. Hang on a second. Jane. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was written by Charlotte Bronte, one of the Bronte sisters. Dude, she doesn't know what the fuck a Jane Eyre vibe is. What she was trying to do is she was trying to flex her intellect. Well, I was an English major. The 35-year-old lawyer had sort of a Jane Eyre vibe, so I had to let him go. Like you're just so fucking, you're too fucking smart for that. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with that. Kim Kiz, welcome to the chat privileges. Thank you for the support. Cryomancer, $20 super chat says, what's up, my G? Always bringing top level game. It's amazing how many women live in denial of the fact that her age dictates her options. Dude, women know their age dictates their options. They do. They just don't want us to know that they know. And the reason they don't want us to know that they know is so that they can continue to bitch and moan about older men not choosing older women. That's all that is. Very good statement there. The Dark Koean. $5 says, I will stop advertising the fact that I have a vasectomy. Thanks for that knowledge. Yeah, man. Don't tell bitches you have a vasectomy. Don't do it. Absolutely don't do it, man. Oh, so EC in the chat says, older creepy man is the Jane Eyre vibe. Settling for an older man of means. Okay, all right. Oh, Lewis All says the one where he said she had no time left. He's like, yo, check this out. Like, I'm not trying to get married. She was like, oh, don't worry about it. We can just get to know each other. He's like, you ain't got 2 years, sweetie. Like, you ain't got much time, baby girl. Like, that's what this is. And he heard her little feelings, and she got all stupid. Well, I broke up with him because blah, 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 blah. Yeah, uh-huh. He called you what you were, an old woman, and you couldn't handle it. That's what it comes down to, and it's okay. Fabian4711 with the $20 super chat says, years ago, I gave my fiance everything she asked for, and she slept with every man that wasn't me. Years later, I'm in a healthier relationship, more aware of my value, and stay on my grind. Thank you for bringing the truth. Absolutely. Absolutely, Fabian4711. Thank you for that $20 super chat. Merciless6 says, I Googled Francesca Saratella. She's an author. She'll get it. Yeah, well, exactly. Dude was like, listen, you're 32. You ain't got much time left, sweetie. 914-205-5356 is the number to call if you want to get in on the show. Let's hit the phone lines. Area code 949. Area code 949. You're on live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
How's it going, Don? This is Ian from California again.
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Women are the biggest hypocrites known to mankind, because I know if the shoe was on the other foot, that whole article would be completely different. She'd be talking shit about him. He'll be like, oh, this broke dude, oh my gosh, how dare he even approach me? But now, since like she's 40 years old, down on her luck, now she wants to cry for sympathy. Say, oh my gosh, please. I don't know why isn't he, marrying me? Because here's the thing, beta males are the ones that seek sympathy from women, and they rip
yes.
him to pieces.
Absolutely.
Rip him apart. And then, but now when women are the ones that, are just searching for the next dude to scheme, and they can't find them, now they want to cry, murder, and they're just like, oh my gosh, this is just horrible. So. And it's just baffling how this all works. And also, hey, you guys, get the Womanese course, bro. It is amazing, bro.
It is.
Bro. You will be able to nip this shit in the bud, bro. Get it, bro. That's all I want to say, man.
Appreciate that, Ian in California. Ian in California is actually falsely advertising. Yes, the Womanese course is all it's cracked up to be, but the Womanese course ain't available anymore, guys. The Womanese course went offline at midnight last night. Womanese 101 Volume 1, which is the one that I just released, that'll be available again in August. Okay, it'll be available later in the summer. It's going to be mid to late August. That's what I'm shooting for. If you purchased Womanese 101 Volume 1, you will get as a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and tell you right now, you will get a 40% discount. That's right, a 40% discount on Womanese Volume 2. So if you purchased Womanese 101 Volume 1, you will get a 40% off of Womanese Volume 2. And I know exactly, listen, I have all of your email addresses. I have all of your email addresses. I can actually update the course and give you guys the promo code to get the 40% off. I don't know. I might give, like, when I release volume 2, I might give, like, if somebody says, hey, listen, I'd like to buy volume 1, can I get 40% off if I buy a volume 1 now? Yeah, I might do that. Army of God asks a very good question. He says, Donovan, is it too early to introduce my 11-year-old to your content? No. It is never too early. I think the earliest, I think if they're like maybe 7 or 8, probably too early. Once they turn 9, 10, that's when they start. Like the very first crush I ever had on a girl, her name was Martha Romero. I was a 5th grader. How old was I? I was 10 years old. Martha Romero. That's the very first girl I ever had a crush on, was when I lived in Washington State, Salters Point Elementary School. And, like, I had a crush on her. Like, I liked her, like, more than just a friend, right? So, yes, it is never, I think it's never really too young. 8 years old might be too young, but then again, kids are inundated with real information. So, no, 11 years old is absolutely not too young to introduce your son to my content. The earlier, the better. Very, very, very good question. Area code 682, you're on Live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Donovan, this is Red Pill Mike from Dallas. I have to tell you that. I've talked to you before, but, man, there's nothing that irritates me more than somebody with my name, so punk, giving you the drink that he's trying to give you. Oh, my God. Put me in a cage with this little pile of crap. He's probably half my age, hasn't even experienced nothing.
It is absolutely unbelievable. And like I cannot stand men like this. I'm actually going to dig out the email. And I'm going to read that email out on the air. And I hope this dude is watching. All right. So do you have a question or a comment or anything?
Well, the reason why I called, and I'll try and keep it short, I promise, is I don't know if you remember, I talked to you before about a buddy of mine that had actually married a girl that I dated like 20 years ago, and now their marriage was coming to the end.
Right.
And where he's at now with the process, because she had wanted him to go to marriage counseling. That was one of the last things I talked to you about. In the last several months, because of the fact that he has finally opened up his ears and opened up, his mind to red pill awareness and starting to look at other people's lives versus how he's been living his life. He did something that I suggested he do, which was he went through a trial separation. And the only reason I told him to do this is I said, man, you give a woman the knife during the time when she wants to experience open hypergamy, they're going to slit their own throat because they're going to be so wrapped up in the idea of doing that. And I said, don't do the legal route. I go, it's a waste of time right now anyway. Just make a suggestion and see what happens. And this woman fell for it hook, line, and sinker, and he has now filed for divorce. And not only is she probably not going to get any level portion of his money, she's not going to probably even get the home or custody of her kids because she screwed up that bad.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And I'm elated. I'm elated for the guy. And amazingly, he's taking it all like a champ. I mean, it took him a while to finally get to the point of knowing, hey, my marriage is over. Now I just got to see if I can, let this woman, kind of just dig her own grave. Right.
So is he going to be okay?
Put my life back together. Do what?
Is he going to be all right? Like, is this something that he's going to be able to get over? I mean, obviously the relationship's coming to an end. What's the status? Is she going to divorce rape him or what? Like, what's going to happen with that?
Oh, no, there's no way she's going to divorce rape him because of what she did. She actually, during the trial separation, he had a rental property that was vacated.
Okay, gotcha.
And,
okay.
Yeah. So what he did was he went and stayed there, and he kind of said, let's just let the kids work out when they want to see me versus see you.
Sure.
And what happened was he had his 2 youngest kids were at his larger home with his soon-to-be ex-wife.
Right.
His 2 older kids were with him. And more or less, without, dragging this out, she invited her younger boyfriend over with the 2 kids in the house. And not only that, did cocaine with her 2 kids
Oh,
there.
no. Don't tell me that. Do not tell me
Yes.
that, Mike. Oh, my God. You
Oh,
got to
yeah.
be kidding me.
Oh yes, and he walked in. The only reason he was even there was because his 14-year-old is one of these computer gurus that can
Right.
fix and repair computers.
Sure.
So while he had him with him, he said, "Hey man, check out my computer. Something's wrong with it." And his son said, "I can fix this, but the part I need is at the bigger house with mom." So he actually called her twice to let her know, "Hey, we're probably going to be coming by to get something."
Okay.
And she didn't answer the phone. Then he even had the son do it, and she didn't answer. He said, "Okay, at this point, we just need to go on by there." And
Okay.
his thought was just, you just go in and get what you need, But when he pulled up and saw the car there, he asked his son. He goes, "You know whose car that is?" And his son actually said, "Honestly, I don't know, but I think that's the guy that I've heard mom talking to."
Oh,
And
God.
at that point, the guy said, "Okay, I don't know this guy, and he's in the house with my 2 youngest kids.
Yeah, right.
I want to go in and meet the guy."
Jeez, man.
Okay, so he walks in. He tells his son stay in the car because I don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
He walks in, sees cocaine and cocaine paraphernalia on the coffee table, walks upstairs, and his kids are sleeping. But of course, she's banging her, younger boyfriend.
Of course.
And he just kind of opened the door and pulled out his Glock and said, "Get your clothes on
And get the fuck out.
and don't move, or I'm going to put a bullet." And
Woo!
no, he said, "Don't move because I'm going to put a bullet." He goes, "If you don't move," he goes, "If you move, I'm going to put a fucking bullet in your eyes." He said, "I'm calling the police right now."
Wow.
He goes, "You have this guy here, and you're doing cocaine with my 2 youngest kids down the hall asleep. You are done."
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
man.
She hung
Hell of a
herself.
story. Yeah, listen.
I mean,
Listen, not only that, and thanks for the call, Mike. Not only did she hang herself, here's the thing. And listen, we know she's done. She's cooked. Yeah, Charles Reinhardt said that chick is cooked. Listen, more than likely she probably is. But guys, you would be surprised. You would be surprised at the kind of shit that women get away with, man. Like, dude, listen, you would think that a woman who does blow in with her boyfriend in front of her kids would automatically lose custody. Dude, that's not a slam dunk. That is not a foregone conclusion, my friends. So hopefully that works out for his friends. Lewis Hall with another $2 super chat says 8th grade females having babies. Yeah, exactly. Armani Bless, $10 super chat says, "Will Womanese 101 come out in August for those who didn't get a chance to buy it? Right now I'm struggling with bills." Yeah, I think it probably will be. I can't imagine putting out Womanese 101 Volume 2 and not giving people a chance to go and get Womanese 101 Volume 1. Because if you buy Womanese 101 Volume 1, then you will get that 40% discount. So, Edward Roy, $5 super chat says, "I want a Womanese 101 book." Too bad you're not going to get it. I'm not going to do a Womanese 101 book. It would be more of like a pamphlet, and that doesn't really get the message across. Like, you can read all the articles you want, but the course, the way that I did the course with the girls actually telling you what they say and what they mean, that has a much greater impact. That's why I did it the way that I did. Gravelite with the $5 super chat says, "What's more scary today about women is that younger girls will lie about their age, look 20 but be 16, and the internet doesn't even ask for the ID." Yeah, right? Hashtag R. Kelly. Valen, $5 super chat says, "They bring nothing but chaos and disorder to your life. After the honeymoon phase ends, their true nature is revealed. Demand constant excitement and fun." Truer words never spoken. Before we go back to the phone lines, I'm going to read on your screen is the email that Michael sent to me. Now, obviously, I'm not going to put his email or his real name up here. It doesn't matter who it is. Even if somebody sent me an email and says, "Donovan, I love you to death. You're the man." I'm not going to put anybody's proprietary information on the internet for the world to see. But this nigga knows exactly who he is. And this is why I banned this fuck from my fucking Patreon. He says, "I'm very disappointed, Donovan. I know that you could care less, but I follow you and I think that you are real. But it really bothered me when you took an article I sent you and gave credit to Devin. 10 signs that you are dating a red pillar." So there's all sorts of misspellings. He misspelled Devin, misspelled red pillar. Yeah, so Michael's not very bright. He said, "I can't afford your Patreon," another misspelling right now. "I've been going through a custody battle and your words help me with everyday things I go through. I'm starting to see what men have been going through. It's really messed up, he says, that you blocked my email too. All I did was send you an article. Are you that desperate for content? It's a good article for your show. I know that because you used it and didn't credit me because I'm not paying you. I thought you were grateful, another misspelling, as well for people watching. Isn't that support you too? Damn, I wanted to join you, Patreon. Oh, God. Michael's a fucking dumbass, guys. He's as dumb as a fucking box of rocks. I wanted to buy your course, and I was interested in Gorilla Mind Rush. I don't even know you're even real anymore. I don't want to doubt the red pill, but your actions are starting to make me think otherwise. If that is not some bitch-ass nigga shit, because I didn't give him credit for an article that 10 other people sent me, this nigga gets all in his feelings, and now he's questioning whether I'm real. I don't give a fuck about what this guy thinks about me. But like I said, Michael, fuck you and everyone like you. Get the fuck out of my face and go fuck yourself. Tell that to your lawyer. Dude, bring it. Do what you got to do, man. This dude talking about that's going to lead to his undoing. Really? Who's going to undo me? You? Yeah, I don't think so. Fuck you. Can't stand dudes like this, man. Cannot stand him. Tough as fucking a goddamn email. If he sees me on the street, I'll fucking put my fucking fist through his face. He wouldn't say shit then, would he? Unbelievable. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. Matt Vasquez says he sounds like a Michelle. Yeah, that actually does sound like a fucking female. So, Mike, from now on, I'm going to call you Michelle. This dude talking about, if I see my name, you know what? Actually, hold on. And I'm getting off, I know I'm getting off kilter here. Let me look this bitch ass nigga up, man. I mean, dude, this nigga was just, look, dude, like, I couldn't believe this. And I was like, are you fucking serious with this shit? Hang on a second. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. I'm not going to do that. It's basically just a bunch of empty threats trying to scare me into backing off. Oh, shoot, ask. Nah, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my face. You fucking hating ass, dude. You hating ass niggas always on me about some bullshit. Fuck out of here. Area code 314. Area code 314. You're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, good afternoon, Donovan.
What's up?
My name's Dan. I'm from St. Louis.
Dan in St. Louis. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Yeah, I found your videos a couple weeks back. Been watching you since. Subscribed to your Patreon, and I even liked the idea of Womenese, so I just ended up buying it over the weekend.
Good, thank you.
Glad to hear that you're offering the 40% for later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want to hit on a couple of things. Yeah, the Michael dude. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I mean, from my perspective, my knowledge base right now within the red pill community is not very high because I'm just coming back to it after many, many years, because a long time ago, a friend recommended to me. I know in your past videos, you said to never tell people directly about it because, can usually end badly if people just back to it through your recommended videos I found on YouTube. And if I were to submit an article to you and you went over it, I think it would be nice, to see your perspective from your experience, breaking down the article about what it has to say. I wouldn't really care about if you credit me or not. The fact that you talk about it and break it down would be good enough for me.
Okay, all right.
I mean, that's knowledge base right there.
Yeah, listen, send me an email.
Valuable than getting some credit and getting a shout out on the stream, which,
of course,
I don't know, sounds pretty pathetic to complain about.
Yeah, send it to my email, tsr@donovansharpe.com. tsr@donovansharpe.com actually also goes to my assistant.
Second point,
Michael, can you hear me?
I
don't think you can hear me. Hang on a second.
17 years old right now.
Oh boy.
And you mentioned this a while back. Thinking about introducing him to some of the red pill community stuff, I just kind of have to feel around asking some questions because I'm not really sure how he's going to take it, like me, where I just kind of delved into it right away and I didn't really find it, odd or off-putting. So do you have any suggestions where I can kind of lead him into it if he's into it at all?
Yeah, do you have any, can you hear me? Oh, no. I don't think he can hear me. Yeah, I don't think he can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me, guys. In the chat, let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me, because for whatever reason, I don't think the caller can hear me. Huh. This is kind of weird. I don't know what's happening here. Can you guys hear me in the chat? Hang on. Yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me, because I'm a little bit confused because my caller can't hear me, and... Okay, so you guys can hear me, but my callers can't hear me. That's really weird. Hang on a second. Let me make an adjustment here. Caller, can you hear me? Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what happened there. I think it might have had something to do with my sound switch. Let's go to the next caller. Hopefully, area code 314. You there? Yeah. For whatever reason, he couldn't hear me. All right. Area code 909. Area code 909. You're on live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yo, Donovan. This is Angel from Southern California.
Hey, what's going on, Angel? How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Just got off lectures, online lectures. I'm 22, still a college student. So.
Okay, all right, good. You're still young. That's good. That's very good.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you about cougars.
Sure. What you got, man?
Yeah, so like when I went over to Europe this summer, I've traveled for like 3 months, just basically messing around. And most of the women I interacted with were like cougars, 29, 28. They were all like really highly educated, knew 3 languages, but they always went for the younger dudes, and I don't understand that philosophy. Because you always say the younger chicks look for older guys.
Yep. Yeah, the reason why cougars...
So like
Well, the reason why cougars go for younger guys is because they know that older guys don't want to be with them. Like, that's what that is. Cougars, and again, cougars say they like younger men, but the reason they say they like younger men is because younger men are the only men who want to fuck with them, right? And younger men aren't trying to wife up or marry cougars. They just want to fuck them. And as a cougar who is losing attractiveness, like they're just looking for some men to just want them, right? So when a cougar says, well, listen, I love younger men, they don't really love younger men. They go after younger men because the older high-value men don't want them anymore. It's like the same thing as a guy saying, well, listen, I like big women. No, you don't like big women. It's just that you can't get women that are not big. Those are the only women that give you play because you don't have any game, you're not in shape. So a man who says, I like big women is the same as a woman who says, well, I like younger men. No, you don't really like younger men. You never have and never will. You just can't get men of value that are your age. That's what that comes down to.
Okay, that makes sense.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think one of these cougars one time told me that like I make them feel young again. And I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. And listen, they're not lying to you. They're not lying to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's it. It is what it is, man. That's what happens. Well, thanks for the call, Angel. I appreciate that.
All right, man.
All right. Let us go to. Looks like we got a caller from overseas. Caller from overseas. Your number ends in 775. You're on live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Brother Donovan, this is Dan Sparks, Philly boy, calling you from Abu Dhabi.
Hey, what's going on, Dan? How you doing?
You are doing God's work. You and Better Bachelor are part of my daily routine over here.
Thank you.
I was in the Marine Corps 30 years. Got divorced after 22 years back in 17, and I discovered Lycus, which led to other MGTOW and Red Pill creators, which led me to you.
Good.
My sons are 19 and 21. They've already read Aaron Clary's Bachelor Economics,
Good.
Lola Tomasi's book, and gave them David Goggins' book. I'll be 54 on August 16th. I've dated nothing since my divorce, women only from 20 to 36.
There you go.
They've come after me.
See that?
I'm currently with a gorgeous 29-year-old mulatto United Airlines flight attendant, and she does everything
See that?
I want and follows my lead.
And you
Now,
said you're 54. You said you're 54, 55 years old.
I'll be 54 in August.
You see,
August
here's the
16th.
thing. See, here's the thing, Dan. And you are. I don't want to call you an inspiration because there's so many men in their 50s who don't realize they could still be fucking women in their 20s. They say, Donovan, I discovered the red pill when I was 48. I'm 52 now. I'm in good shape. But what about younger women? Dude, younger women fuck men in their 50s on the regular. You are proof of that.
They come after me
All the time, brother. I'm trying to tell you.
Russian,
Trying to tell you.
Japanese, Thai, British. It's international over here in Abu Dhabi, and I have to
Man.
beat them off with a stick.
Damn.
And like it said, I don't give them my money. I show it, but I don't give it to
Oh,
them.
no.
They just want to be around me and my aura.
That's what it comes down to, man. You said you were in the Marine Corps for 30 years?
Yep, I enlisted in '87 when
Okay.
I was in Howard. I enlisted back in Philly, where I come from.
Okay, all right, I got you.
Born and raised in West Philly.
Good.
And I
Hey,
left,
hey, check it out. My
and I
people
was
are out
over
on
here
40.
when we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yep. My people are from 42nd and Lancaster, that area.
62nd and Market, man.
No
I was
shit.
born. The doctor who delivered me was Dr. Bridges on 61st and Lansdowne
God damn,
Avenue.
small world, man. Small world, dude. Well,
Went
Dan,
to West
listen, man.
Catholic at 46th and Chestnut.
Jesus Christ, man. I was born in the Philadelphia Naval Hospital, so not far from where you were.
My
Dan,
dad was in the Marine station down there. That's why I
See
went
that?
to the Marines, because he was in the
I'm
Marine
trying to
Corps.
tell you. God damn. Well, Dan, I appreciate the call, man.
We
And
might
again,
be cousins for all I know.
you never know, man. You never know. We'll have to do some genealogy thing. Dan, listen, man, I really appreciate the call, and I really appreciate the fact that you let men know, hey, I'm about to be 54, 55 years old, and I'm still fucking women in their 20s. A lot of men don't understand. They don't think that a man in his 50s can't be fucking hot girls in their 20s or their 20s, mid-20s, their 30s. You are living proof of that, sir. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling.
Keep up the good work. Peace.
Appreciate it, man. Dan in Abu Dhabi by way of Philadelphia, PA. Appreciate that. Let's go to area code 309. Area code 309. You're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jason from Illinois.
Hey, Jason, how you doing?
Oh, all right. I'm just wanting to thank you for your program because I went through a really nasty divorce, and I'm paying maintenance. I don't know if anybody's familiar with maintenance laws in Illinois, but these maintenance laws are very nasty,
Wow.
and they will
that
screw
sucks.
up a dude's life. I'm paying $700 a month for 6.5 years. They could have got me for almost 13 years
Woo.
for over $900 a month.
Oh, my God, dude.
And you want to talk about ruining your life and making you feel like a bitch. I just came out of a relationship out of 4 years with a girl who is 47, for a couple years older than me. And, you know, I don't think she understood the whole being, you know, like I said, it strips you, makes you feel like not a man when you're tied up financially. You can't go out and get a house because
Right.
they look at your income to debt ratio.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't go out and get toys that you want. You can't do shit.
Nope.
And she was pretty good to me. And, you know, and what straw that broke the camel's back is one of her sons, one of her coworkers' sons was at a baseball game with us, and one of her other coworkers comes out and says, "Oh, Anthony just kissed Carrie on the neck," and this dude's like in his 30s. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Uh-oh.
I'm 45. I'm not cool with fucking dudes touching my women. I don't give a fuck.
No,
You
fuck
don't
that.
go up and fucking kiss somebody else's chick. You know, that's no, you don't do that. And she, you know, then she tried to say I was overreacting, and I'm like,
Shit.
no, that's not overreacting. You know, these women these days, and I don't know. I found Better Bachelor. I found you. I found Coach Greg Adams. All this stuff I didn't even realize was out here.
Right.
And
Right.
it's been within the past 6 months.
How old are
And
you, if you don't mind me
It's
asking?
like, what's that?
How old are you?
I'm gonna be 45.
Oh, dude, so you're solid. Like, you're solid. How much time do you have left on your child support and all that?
Oh, no child support. One thing I will say, the thing, I don't want to hold you up, but I fought for my son. I fought for the custody of my son. He was 13 at the time, 12, 13 years old when I was going through my divorce, and I was like, I'm not letting her screw him up.
No, fuck that.
And I could have got out of probably paying the maintenance because the laws went into effect in 2015, but I kept fighting for him. And at the end of, by the time I'm done paying her maintenance, I've got another 20 months left. By the time I'm done paying her maintenance, I've paid her almost $57,000.
Fuck, dude. Goddamn, dude. Unbelievable, man.
And
Unbelievable.
I know somebody that's paying $1,000 to $1,200 a month for 10 years. That's $100,000 to $120,000. This dude had to move back in with his son so he could survive.
Jesus.
And it's nasty shit that's happening out there, and I don't recommend people get married because it's not worth the financial risk.
No. I think that I think that's obvious, and I appreciate the call. This is one of the many reasons why men don't get married, because men like this guy have stories like this. Like women are fucking these dudes over, man. Like, that's like, this is why. And then they want to shame it. Well, they're not looking for any responsibility, like the fucking bitch, whatever the fuck her name was, Francesca, whatever, is talking shit. Ugh, dude, this is why. This is absolutely why. All right, I read the rest of your super chats on the other side. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. You're watching TSR Live with Donovan Sharpe. Tune in weekday afternoons at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Get access to content not found anywhere else on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Past shows, the archive, Sharpe Shorts, and Ask Donovan Q&A. Get exclusive access to my own platform, Sharpe Stream, where I break down shows like Love is Blind, 90 Day Fiancé, The Bachelorette, and much more. Get huge discounts on all of my courses like How to Master the Game, How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up, and Womanese 101. You can also get your hands on the videos and podcast episodes banned on SoundCloud, Vimeo, and YouTube. Get access to an ocean of content found only on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. The link is in the description. All right, guys, let me read the rest of these super chats. And by the way, I am currently... Ooh, wait a minute, that's really loud. I am currently streaming on Sharpe Stream. So if you guys want to watch the Love is Breakdown number 26, we are on the 26th edition on the of Love is Blind. So be sure and get over there and hang on. Okay, there we are. All right, good stuff. So be sure to and again, Sharpe Stream is Patreon. It is you have to be a Patreon to get access to Sharpe Stream. Medi Naha says, "Hey Donovan, how do you effectively answer the 'you're promiscuous, so I have the right to be promiscuous' argument?" How do you effectively answer that? This is the thing, Medi Naha. If a woman says to you, "You're promiscuous, so I get to be promiscuous because you're promiscuous," this is a woman who does not love or respect you. Listen, she might like you. She might like you enough to fuck with you for a little while. But if a woman, when you start to make edicts on your woman, when you start telling your woman what you expect of her, and she says, "Well, if I have to do this, then so do you," this means she doesn't respect you. Because if a woman really wants to be with you, she's not going to be comparing restrictions. She's not going to be comparing, "Well, if you get to do it, then I do too." No, it's never like that. A woman who absolutely wants to be with you will do exactly what you tell her to do without making any conditions or demands to you. So there is no argument. There is no effective answer. If she says, "Well, listen, you're sleeping around, so I get to sleep around," you've already lost the battle. That's just all there is to it. Technomage B5 with the $5 super chat says, "Did it ever occur to him that maybe Devin independently sent the same article and prior. Sheesh. No, these bitch-made play-hating-ass niggas who were raised by single-ass moms always jump to the worst conclusions. Yeah, you guys are letting him have it. Sounds like a Michelle. Is this guy upset over an article? Come on, dog. Whether you or Devin sent it or both, it ain't that serious. That's what Freelance Running says exactly. Lance Lone Revolver 1 says, doubt the red pill because Donovan didn't give him some attention. Dude, like, for real? Like, fuck out of here with that. Clarence W, haters gonna hate. Cameron Barton, Clout Jason 101, right? King Life says his lawyers is too busy getting known to the custody battle. Yeah, right? Yeah, this guy is just, he was crazy. Lyle's McNastiness with the $10 super chat says, bro, you have me cracking up over here. Who does he think he is? Man, I'm trying to tell you. Yes, guys, again, I'm gonna work out the sound issues. I know the audio was blowing you guys out earlier. It's like I have to, if I stay, and dude, I don't know, man. I might have to get my money back on this Rodecaster Pro because not being able to use it all the time is really, it's really pissing me off. I actually sent off some audio samples to Rode, and I was supposed to hear back from them by now in terms of, we actually sent it to me. He says, all right. So he says, thanks for the message. We did have a chance to listen to the audio samples, and it does seem very unusual. If possible, we do see that the form is M4. I wonder if the conversion into the Rodecaster is causing this. No. Nope. Using the WAV format. Oh. Huh. Maybe I do need to use WAV files. Okay. All right. Well, excellent. Maybe that will help. Maybe that will help. We'll see. Lovely C with the $5 super chat. Hang on one second. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Lovely C with the $5 super chat says, I'm a 29-year-old black female in shape but single. Am I doomed for singlehood? I have very little dating experience. Yeah, you are. Men of value, and again, you're in shape, but you're 29. Like, listen, I appreciate the super chat, but you're single for a reason. At 29, you have had plenty of opportunities to get with high-value men. You didn't take those opportunities. This is why you were 29 and single. Yes, you are doomed for singlehood. This doesn't mean that you don't have a shot to maybe rescue this thing from the fire, but you better do it soon. Because 29 years old, you are right on the cusp, Lovely C. And I would strongly suggest you change your attitude. The fact that your handle is Lovely C lets me know that you probably think way too much of yourself. You might be a woman who acts like her shit doesn't stink. And at 29 years old, you don't have that luxury. So I would strongly suggest that you give yourself an attitude adjustment if you want to attract a man of value. Amar Kermani with the $5 super chat says, females with constant male attention versus males with constant female attention in an LTR. What are the differences? Females with constant male attention. Oh, easy, Amar. The difference is that women who get attention from men all the time in long-term relationships, that's not attractive to her boyfriend, right? What, dude, like, why the fuck is she, like, why are these dudes all over her all the fucking time? Like, what the fuck, right? Like, women get attention from men as, did wake up and breathe and they get attention from men. That's not impressive. But a man who gets attention from women, that's impressive to women because they know that it's not as easy for men to get positive attention from women. It's not easy to get sexual attention from women. It's par for the course for women. That's why males are not impressed by that. Cameron Barton says, little dating experience don't mean little fucking experience. Yeah. Lovely C says, and again, this is part of Womanese 101. She says, I have very little dating experience. Remember in the Womanese course, for those of you guys who purchased it, I haven't been in a relationship in 2 years. Translation, I've been fucking everybody with a Y chromosome and a smile for 2 years. So Cameron Barton, you nailed that right on the head. Lovely C has very little dating experience, but that doesn't mean she ain't been fucking around. Zachariah Hayes with the $10 super chat says, this new studio looks great. I appreciate the love there, Zachariah Hayes. Appreciate that very much. Again, guys, I am streaming right now. Over on Sharpe Stream. And again, guys, if you want access to Sharpe Stream, just become a patron. Lowest level, $5. $5 a month gets you access to Sharpe Stream. I do these breakdowns all the time. By the way, We're getting very close to the end of Love is Blind. The next dating series I am going to break down is 90 Day Fiancé. Oh my God. Dude, 90 Day Fiancé is chock full of red pill truth. You guys aren't going to believe it. Dude, you are absolutely not going to believe it. Lovely Steve with another $5 super chat says, hi, Donovan. Thanks for responding to my super chat question. Do you have any advice? I'm a software engineer and very shy. I mean, listen, you're a woman, right? Listen, you're in good shape. That's really all you need to do. If you're in good shape and shy, trust me. If you're pretty, if you're in good shape and you're shy, a man is going to find you. Men don't like women who are outgoing. We like you to fuck you, but we know that because women are outgoing, they're also outgoing with the cocks. Stay shy. There's nothing that you need to do to proactively chase men. If you look as good as you say you do at 29 years old, and if you are shy, trust and believe. You don't need advice from me. Men will find you. Believe me. Believe me. Life after lockup. I've never heard that before. El Baracho with the $2 super chat. El Baracho turned, I think he just had a birthday recently. I appreciate the super chat. There. You guys know how that goes. That is going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. Thank you to all of my super chatters. Thank you to Eric Henderson with the $10 donation via PayPal. Thank you to all of my super chatters and my callers. Love is Blind coming up next on Sharpe Stream. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.